Hey guys and girls, this is Keith with Forgetting Walls, and you have come to the tutorial section. So what we're going to do today is kind of show you how to navigate the podcast section of our webpage. We've had some comments that they didn't really know how to fast forward and rewind in the podcast itself. So if you go over to ForgettingWalls.com and you go over to the podcast section of our website, there's a couple ways you can play the podcast. You can, as you can see here, you can scroll down and find the episode you want. Right now we have 19 episodes. Matter of fact, as I'm speaking, I have just published episode 19. And you can play it from here. As such, you can just hit play and you'll have to wait for it. Hey. So once it loads, you can navigate through it. But what we would really like for you to do is to click on the link itself, and it'll take you to its own little page. Now what this does for us is it opens up the comment section for you to post a comment on the episode itself. But back to the fast forward and rewind part of it. So you kind of see right here, there's this little glowing line. That's where you're at in the episode. So when you hey everyone, you can once it's playing, and you'll hear it because you can't hear me over the episode itself, but what I'll do is I'll click later in the episode to show you how we can go back and forth. All right, but as it loads, you'll see also that you can scroll it back and forth as well. This is Keith. I want to welcome you to Forgetting Walls. So now that I clicked here, it'll take a couple of seconds for it to load, but it'll take this line and it'll stretch it out here to where I clicked in the episode.
Was in band in high school.
So there we go.
None of that. I didn't think it needed.
Now once you get there, you'll see that you can grab it with the arrows that go left and right. Now these arrows that go left and right, you can take it back and you can take it forward. Now you'll lose it depending on how much you have loaded, but this is how you do it. You can go back and you can go forward. And then of course once you release it, you'll have to hit play to figure out where it's at, because it's going to take you there. Now this is not the most efficient way to play the podcast, but it's a good way. You can
a THC lollipop.
And you can go to Stitcher as well. There's other podcast players that you can find out there on the web. But if this is the way you like to play it, then hey, by all means, do it. I also want to thank you just for checking us out on this tutorial and the website. We would love for you to explore the website, see if there are things that you would like to see changed or things that you would like to have added, because hey, we're out here for you. So in saying all that, remember, click somewhere in this box and it'll take you back and forth. But remember, you got to wait for it to load. Also, in saying all that, I want to show you one more thing while we're here. And that is dealing with iTunes. So if you use iTunes and you have the program on your computer, just go to the iTunes store. You click in the iTunes store and you can go and search for us, Forgetting Walls, and just go and rate and review us. Click on the rating and reviews and take care of us. It helps us get our message out. The more ratings and reviews we get, the more clicks we get, the more links we get, the more shares we get, the more everything we get. It helps us get this out to everybody out in public. So remember, podcast page, check us out. Remember, one last thing, share your story. We're always talking about people are not projects. So we want to let people know that people aren't projects, they're people. And how do we let other people know that we're people? We share our stories. That's how we connect. We share one story at a time. We would love for you to share your story with us. And if you do, tell us how you want us to share it right here. We don't have to share it. It can just be for our ears only. We can share it anonymously, or we can share freely. It is a benefit for us and for you to get this message of loving people out to the world right. So we just want to thank you for your time. We love you because you're people just like us. Peace. See you in the podcast side.